Hi everyone, this is Johnny from Martinez Wines, your local famous independent wine merchant. Today I want to speak about our wines that are budget, our £6.99 range. We have a good selection of £6.99 wines. We use bid ends in there as well. However, these ones you see in front of you are our regular £6.99 wines. I think a lot of people don't come to us because they think we're expensive, and that's the idea of this video, to demonstrate that we're not, and what sort of quality you get for your £6.99 wine. So here we have Las Caradas. Las Caradas is our Spanish, obviously. It's our own range, which we are the northern agents for it. There are three wines. There's a red, the Tempranillo. The Tempranillo is the grape mainly used for Rioja. It can't be called Rioja because it's not from Rioja. It's 100% Tempranillo, and it's got 1 month of oak, which just gives it a nice little bit of wood spice. The second one in this range is Macabeo. Macabeo is also called Viura. Its main component again for white Rioja. This is probably my favourite in the range, to be honest. It's a little bit like an unoaked Chardonnay. It's soft and creamy. It was in Oz Clarke's book, Top 250 Wines of the Vintage, a couple of vintages ago, but it's always steady. And then there is a rosé, Tempranillo Rosé, again from Las Caradas. It is basically apples, raspberries, fruity. Don't be put off by the colour. Do you know what people say about the colour? It's not light enough. Look, it's simple. When they make rosé wines, it's only about how much contact it has with the skin, or how much red wine they pour into the white wine to give it colour. The colour shouldn't really affect the taste. Okay, so that's Las Caradas. Then we move on to our French range, Cuvée Jean Paul. Cuvée Jean Paul we've been using, 25 years plus now, made by a guy called Paul Boutonneau. Great wines. Most of Ilkley will be familiar with them, or most of the north of England will be familiar with them. You'll have seen them in a few places. They're not exclusive to Martinez, but they are great wines at great value. So we've got a red, which is a little Côte de Rhône. I call it my lunchtime drinking wine. It's quite light in alcohol, quite light, just a classic French table wine, really. And then we've got the Sec, which, how can I describe the Sec? It's quite zippy, quite fruity, a little bit like a Sauvignon Blanc, but it's not Sauvignon Blanc. It's mainly Uni Blanc, but it has got that zippiness to it. So if you like Sauvignon Blanc, you're likely to like this. Also in the range, on a regular basis, we have our GPG, Garganega Pinot Grigio. Garganega Pinot Grigio, basically, everyone knows Pinot Grigio, you've got to have one in the range. No one probably knows what Garganega means. It's a grape, basically. It's the main component of Soave. It is a cheaper and easier grape to produce. That's why they put it in with Pinot Grigio. And you have to put it on the label these days. In the old days, they will put plenty in and just call it Pinot Grigio, but those days are now gone. So that's that little range. We do have a couple of bin ends in that at the moment. Just to give you an idea of the sort of quality of these, they are fruity, simple wines with no sharp edges. A good everyday plonk, if you like. So the duty on this wine, so we're starting at £6.99. The duty on these wines is £2.23 a bottle. That's ex-VAT. Then we have to import them. We import quite a lot of this one, so it's probably about 13 pence a bottle, 13 to 15 pence a bottle. Then we have to pay for storage. Storage is probably about 4 or 5 pence a bottle. You add to that corporation tax and VAT on the top, we're probably making very little, 50 pence a bottle. However, the liquid is the important thing. The liquid inside this bottle is €1.50. €1.50. So whenever you go on holiday and you pick up a wine and it's €1.50 or €2 and you go, actually that's not bad, you're actually looking at a £7-8 bottle of wine on our shelves, and that's why it's not bad. Bonkers, isn't it, the way it works? So, you know, if you went to the supermarket, as if you would, and you're buying a bottle of wine for £4.99, the liquid in that is likely to be about 20 or 30 pence worth. Personally, I wouldn't drink it, I wouldn't recommend it. I would say to you, for that extra couple of quid, you get a lot better. Obviously, if you go up from this to another £1 up, another £2 up, you're almost doubling the quality every time. So that's our little range. I hope you've enjoyed today. I'm going to do a live tasting on Tuesday next week, about 6 p.m. I'm going to do Chateau Moussard. So if anyone's got any questions about Chateau Moussard, the iconic Lebanese wines, I'll be showing you how it should be stored, how to open it, and obviously having a little tipple myself. Fantastic wines. Between now and then, I shall be doing a few other little wines and promoting a few other local businesses. You know, you must shop local at the moment. It's really important to everybody. Myself, when I'm enjoying a wine, I like to read a book. This is the book I'm reading at the moment. It's called The Grove Bookshop, Ilkley. Free local delivery. It's one of my favourites. Till tomorrow, cheerio folks.